Oh, hey there, guys. Better be waving back. Welcome to the studio. Otherwise known as my bedroom. Otherwise known as the Bang Sanctum. Otherwise known as my home. Welcome. You are here. Now let's talk about some swell Marvel Strike Force content. We'll see you in there. Woohoo! Alright guys, what we're going to be showing you today is something I'm getting a million comments on my other first video about Alliance War, and I'm just going to answer your questions. And by that I mean everybody keeps asking me what I should do for defense, what I should do for offense, what's the best thing to do, blah 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 blah. So I'm going to give you guys my opinion on what the best thing to do for defense is today, and then in a couple of days, or maybe tomorrow, or whenever I do it, I'm gonna make a video about the best offensive strategies. So I'm gonna show you what I have for my defense, and I'm gonna explain it to you, and then we'll go from there. Sound good? Look at this ship. All right, so a couple strategies that you guys might not know, you might not be aware of, because this is the first time you're seeing any of this stuff, that I want to point out to you. And we talked about this very briefly in the other video, is that the barracks gives a global bonus, which is 20% max health, damage, armor, resistance, and focus to all defending allies, extra 10% bonus to military allies. I don't know if that means 30% of those things or what. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Figure it out eventually. Then in the med bay, you got an additional 40% max health to all defending allies. So those bonuses go everywhere. They go through every single room. So you don't want to have your barracks or your med bay near the top, because when they get destroyed, you lose those bonuses. That makes sense? You tracking with me? So you're gonna lose those bonuses if you lose those rooms. So you want to keep them safe. You want to protect them. You want them to be at the bottom. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not sure why this one is right here for our squad, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. They probably will move it later. So poor example for the video. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, I'm not the leader. Anyways, so you want to have the rooms at the bottom because they give you the bonuses. Obviously, you know, other rooms have other bonuses and stuff like that, like this one. Apply disrupt to anyone who's attacking. That's pretty crazy. I think a lot of them have that actually though. Oh, this one, apply defense down to attacking enemies. That comes from an adjacent room. That comes from engineering. Decent, whatever. Okay, we can read. You guys don't need me to read you what the bonuses are. I'm sure everybody knows them by now anyways. I don't know them because I don't care, but I'll learn them as we play. Okay, get off my back. Okay, I know them, but I don't. So you might be looking at my setup here and be like, well, what are you doing here? You got a weird looking defense compared to everybody else, because everybody else is kind of like solid. But then you got mine. You're like, what the heck is going on here? So you can see, so I've got a team on 2, 4, 6, and 8. So the reason I do that is because when you're attacking, you can only see like, you can't see this stuff. You can only see the first 2. Okay, you know that. If you didn't, you know it now. So you can only see the first 2. So this is all covered. Everything I'm doing it's just covered. Okay, so you can't, this is gone. You can't see any of this. You can only see what is over there. Those 2 over there. So because of that, I just put 1 every other team, because you can kind of like hide teams. So like somebody jump in here, you team on this, then they'll fight this. And then come to the next one and you'll see this and you fight this. And so I don't know, for me it just makes me think that like they won't suspect that I have strong teams in here. And you can see with these bonuses, my shield team is like out of this freaking world. And these are just, so this is the totals, just by the way, for with the boosts. And so I don't know, it's pretty crazy. So that's with the 40% max health, and then this other one here, the 20% to all those other stats. And then I think we also have the defense one as well. Yeah, apply defense up to defending allies because it's adjacent to the engineering room. So that's pretty crazy, pretty wild. This team, I don't know, like you'd have to have pretty beefy something to beat that, especially this fella. That's my pride and joy right there. 7 Red Star Shield Trooper. I worked very hard for him, as you all know. Red Stars. Hashtag Red Stars. I will say the only thing that's a bit of a letdown, and maybe they will add this, is that there's no way you can see these stats that are changed. So like if I click on them, it doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do anything, which is unfortunate because I would love to know, like, all right, so how much health is my shield trooper at, or whatever, how much health is my Luke Cage at, or these guys, or whatever. You know, it would be nice to know, or where their stats are boosted at, but we can't see that right now. So I mean, it's just kind of, I set the team up like this because this is what I like. I like it to just kind of have a bit of mystery in it. Plus I want to save teams for offense. If I put all 8 teams here, there just wouldn't be a lot left for offense. So it's like I have my Guardians team, got Brotherhood, I've got some just like blasters that I like to use. Got, you know, our boy Carnage, he can solo everything. So we'll just toss him in there against one team and no problem, of course. Carnage, you know, you guys are crazy. So, and then we got, you know, brawlers. I like a brawler team. I thought about setting it on defense because people don't typically know how those teams work because they're not very common. But, you know, so I got some like little knickknacks here. We got 6 Red Star Hand Assassin. Just do whatever. I could probably take out one of these like shield minion teams with her. But, you know, you want to make sure that you're saving stuff for offense and defense, because here's the thing. If you set everything on defense, I don't recommend that. See, I'm already starting to get into offensive tips, which I don't want to do. We're going to save it for another time. But so for defense, don't set too much for defense. Do not overset for defense. If you do, you're going to end up on offense and you're not going to have anything. So at least use these shield guards in a way that you can. That way you can save some stuff for offense. Because I could fill all 8 slots and I would have nothing for defense. And I have like 2.3 million total collection power. I've been playing for 440 days or something, and so I know that probably I'm ahead of all the major percentage of you guys, just because I've been playing for so long. And it's just, if I can't fill every space up and still have good offense, then I know you can't either. So just think about that. It's good to have defense, but I don't know. See, like this guy's setting everything on defense. What we're thinking about here is just like, make sure you have stuff for offense and defense. Don't go too hard on defense. Make sure to check the bonuses. So even with these bonuses, you might be able to set a team that's like not super good and they could become better. And you could even look at this and say, for example, oh, I have a Brotherhood team, but maybe they're not as strong. Maybe I have a shield team that's not as strong. But if you set it here with these bonuses, 40% max health, you know, the attackers aren't getting 40% max health. So, I mean, 40%, say you got a character with 50,000 health, that's not very much. But say they got the 40% extra health, it's going to take them up to nearly 70,000. So 70,000 is a bit better, on the better side. So just something to think about. And then characters who heal by max health, for example. That's why I have Night Nurse in here, because she's going to heal like crazy because of this health boost. And she's also going to have, you know, the red stars and stuff makes it so she heals more because she heals off max health. But it's just stuff to consider. There's strategy. There's different things you want to think about, and the defense and all the other stats. It's a lot to think about. So you come in here and you say, okay, so medbay's at the bottom. You really want barracks at the bottom. We'll get on that. You got the different bonuses you want to keep an eye out for, and then you're going to figure out how you want to set your teams. You know, so you've got this guy who's got shield, 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 and then 333, shield, another one. So it just kind of depends what you want. Mix it up, see what you like best. I found that I like this the best, but I don't know. I like this the best, but I've also done this right here where you just set the back 4. You can't see it because it's behind me, but right here. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, well, it's back there. You can see it through my collar. See? Ooh. So it's just the back 4. I like that as well. I don't know. And you don't have to set 4. I'm just kind of dumb about that. So these are just a few tips that I wanted to give you guys. I would say it seems good. If you guys have any other questions, please ask them. Leave a comment asking for that. I'm happy to answer them. These are just a few of the questions that I got that I wanted to answer. If you guys have any more, I'll answer them. If there's enough, we'll do another video on it. In the meantime, keep an eye out for a video on offensive tips. I'm going to record that when we're actually attacking so that I can show you guys what I mean. And we'll go about it that way. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We're growing like crazy. It's awesome. I love it. I love this channel. I love interacting with you guys. And leave a like on the video. That may help to get more promoted, and share it around. And check out the links in the description. Patreon, Discord, Twitch, everything else. Guys, I enjoy it. Glad to bring you these tips. We'll catch you in the next video. Peace. Last thing I want to say, guys, like I mentioned briefly for just a second, the channel does seem to really be growing recently. And I just had a question. This is a weird question, and if you're subbed to the channel, it's not for you. But I noticed so recently, the past couple of videos have been getting like high view counts, like nearly 10,000 on a couple of the past few, and then just more that are around like 6,000-7,000. That's a lot of views. And I just wanted to ask the question, and I just am curious. If you're not subscribed to the channel, but you watch the video, what would entice you to subscribe? I'm just curious because having only around 1,600, 1,700 subscribers, but then the video is getting that many views, I just think about it. I lay in bed and stare at my ceiling and think about these things at night like, man, I wonder why they don't want to subscribe. But let me know. I'd love to know, but if you're going to be hateful, please don't do that because that makes me sad. I really do. Every mean comment it just like bums me out. So if you got something hateful to say, I don't really want to hear that. But I would also love to know, like, how could I convince you to subscribe? Or what would make a difference? What would make you be like, oh yeah, like I want to subscribe to this guy? I don't know. Maybe you don't like subscribing to people. Maybe it's just a new thing. I don't know. I'm just wondering. Anyways, guys, peace out.